into this test page so I could test if it parses correctly through the plugin. And you just need one thing is the plugin expects everything to be texts. So if I have a number in this order ID, it's going to have an error. But if when you ask ChatGPT for the values, make sure it prompt it to convert number types to string types. So this is the debug that will tells me that the plugin's working fine, and this is a sample of a JSON, but with the numbers converted to texts. And then in your, assuming your prompts are working, and assuming the prompts bring back this in the right format, then this will work correctly. But if I look in your UA test page, I was trying to test it, but I couldn't because so if I'll just fix up your page, and also that you don't want a trailing comma after the last thing. So I've put that into your test page. So if we've got assuming we've got those are converted to numbers, and we run the test, and then in your app, what I've done is I've added a table in here called debug, so that we can capture the errors that are running on the backend workflow. So that's what I just inserted then. But in your backend workflow, what I did was I'll re-enable this. I had turned it off so I could run that on the page without logging in. But if you go down here and then down in here, and you go down in here, I've added this debug. So if you run it now, you should be able to see the debug, and we'll find out what is going on in here and if this is working correctly or not. And I think the simple reason is because the JSON wasn't quite 100% right, this was failing, so none of this would work. And to be honest, I looked through all of this, and this seems absolutely fine. The one thing that most people get wrong, you got right, which is this loop counter here. So this probably works fine, and what was probably going wrong was this was failing, and we couldn't see what was failing on. And so now we'll be able to see why it's failing. And in here, we know that there were two problems in your JSON. One is it probably had a comma on the end, and the second one was these types were numbers not, and they need to be strings. So I think you might be in good shape if you sort that out.